Hello there, Cancer. Amyenergy here with a tarot message for you. While I am recording this, the moon is at 1 degree Cancer. All right, when it gets to 27 degrees, we will be having a full moon. We're just going to get into our environment, connections, and contributions today, past, present, and future energies. All right, but Pluto is involved in this full moon, so very transformative energies are coming in right now. So we're going to see how this is playing out in your life. Okay, if you're a Cancer sun, this is like your own personal new moon. All right, if you're a Cancer moon, this would be your lunar return. But no matter what sign you are, Cancer is somewhere in your astrological chart. Okay, so let's get into our environment, past, present, and future. Okay. Wow. All right, so there is a lot going on for you right now, Cancer. We're going to clarify with the Pamela Coleman Smith deck. Now, in the past, we had the Four of Wands. So I definitely see us really building a solid foundation. This, I feel, is more internal. All right. Let's get a clarifier here. Yeah, the Nine of Cups is here. So I just feel like we've really created and cultivated a space within us that allows us to dream here. With the Nine of Cups, we're really grateful for all that we do have. Four of Swords on the bottom of the deck, okay? There's still a lot to be processed here, and that is why we have been striving for stability, I feel, in the past, right? Now, in the current moment, our stability is being shaken up a bit here with the Tower, or maybe a lot. Okay, I do feel like this is all serving your highest good, though, because even though we are ending, not to jump ahead, we are ending with the Three of Swords, but we also have the Three of Cups over this reading. So, sometimes when we open up to an uncomfortable truth, it also can help us open up to our full potential and to abundance in our life. Okay, so let's see what's going on with this Tower here in the current moment. Yeah, Nine of Wands, I definitely feel like we are right now, like, kind of, yeah, with the Knight of Cups coming out, that's what I'm feeling. Like, we may have been going down a certain particular path, and we're kind of getting the rose colored glasses off here, right? We're seeing how difficult this process is, whatever it is that we want to bring forward in our life. We're really looking at the actual work that we're going to have to put into it. And it could have us feeling a bit defeated because we've already been putting a lot of work in here with the Nine of Wands. All right. In the future, we do have the Three of Swords. So I see us really opening up to the truth of the matter, which is painful, right? It's breaking a lot of things down. But look, 333. Okay, so very auspicious time for you. We have the Chariot coming out. Everything that's happening right now in your environment, Cancer, is meant to really open you up to the possibilities. And this is your card here with the Chariot. So this is really you knowing who you are and knowing where you want to go. And you're going to get there, right? With the Chariot, your determination is going to be much more important than anything else, right? Your vision, and it's it's hurtful. It's a tough time here with the Three of Swords, but with the Three of Wands, all of this truth that's coming in is helping us to actually create a realistic path forward for ourselves. So it is really, it's not without struggle here, okay? And the Tower and the Three of Swords, like this could really, you could have moments where you are feeling even hopeless, but do not lose hope. Understand that this, just process the information, right? That's all you can do. And I feel like we've been kind of doing that in the past, um, because we did have the Four of Swords over this. So I feel like in the past we have been able to move into that Four of Swords space and process the information. And, we're back at the three here, but we can get there again, right? And it's not like we're going backwards. It's like we're getting further in the spiral. Okay, I don't know if that made sense, but that's what I'm feeling. Let's get into connections. Okay, interesting. I guess both of these wanted to come out for our future, and we'll take them both because what could be nicer, right? Okay, wow. I really like this energy. Okay, now in the past, right, we had the Nine of Cups over here in environment, and I feel like for some of you, Cancer, we could have been honestly like daydreaming and maybe even like indulging in things that make us feel good to kind of, I don't know if it's necessarily avoid, but to like balance out what was going on in our connections, right? I feel like when it comes to our connections in the past, we've really been thinking about the ways that we've been hurt, disappointed, right? With the Five of Cups coming out. Wow, Seven of Swords, Five of Swords trying to jump out of the deck here. Okay, we've been really thinking about our whole journey in connections, the way people have taken advantage of us, the way that people have hurt us. Okay, so we have 999 here. And I definitely feel like we've been reevaluating a lot. Like, how did I get to the place where I am today? Right? And when it comes to connections, we've been through, yeah, a lot of pain here because I feel you, Cancer, with a very open heart. Look, there's that Four of Swords again. So you've really been doing a lot of processing, and it's beautiful, right? We need to process everything that we've been through so we can demand more in the future. Okay, and I really do see you as an open-hearted energy here. So I definitely feel like you've been open. You've really been able to bring something to the table in all of your connections. Okay. And the Two of Cups is equal give and take, but paired with the Nine of Swords, I actually feel like, that's casting a shadow on this energy. And I really do feel like in our past, Cancer, we have had relationships that were not equal give and take, or maybe we thought they were, and now we're having to open up to the truth of that matter. Okay, in our current energy, we have the Two of Wands, Dominion coming out. So I see us really, we're like overcoming the worst of it, right? We're getting out of our head here at least, but it's still a tense moment. It's still like, what's next for me? I want to really leave the past behind. Okay, we have three. That's too many. Come on now. Oh my gosh, Cancer. I mean, I knew this was going to be powerful messages. Again, with the moon being in your sign and Pluto opposing that moon. Yeah. Okay, this full moon is going to be a big one for you. So forgive the cards. They're very excited to get these messages out. Yeah, Queen of Cups. And that did try to come out with that, with those three that jumped. So, yeah, Two of Wands with the Queen of Cups. Okay, you are incredibly intuitive in this moment. I do feel like you are feeling good. We have the Ace of Cups here. So, even though there's a lot going on, a lot of changes in our environment, the Queen of Cups is kind of, very intuitive. And so I feel you a bit detached from the reality of the situation. Um, and not in a bad way, right? I feel like we understand there's a disappointment here. We're feeling that, but we're able to hold space for ourselves and we're able to really understand the most important thing, which is that we need to have a full cup. And so we're kind of there's an optimism here. Even with the disappointment, we're accepting the disappointment. We're accepting the growth that is going to come from it. And we're allowing ourselves to be open to process that. And that in itself is creating a new beginning for us. Okay. Now let's go ahead and down here we had the future energy, Six of Wands, Ace of Discs. So again, another ace coming out, which is really lovely, right? And it's the Ace of Pentacles. So this new beginning that you're stepping into is not only emotionally fulfilling, but I do feel like, it's very abundant as well. And with the Six of Wands, the energy of victory coming out, we've really learned who we are. Our sense of self is really, sorry, I'm like, what words do I want to say here? But we're very aligned, right? I mean, look at this card, the alignment that's on here. Like firing on all cylinders. Like we're just really, it's like we've always been this person, but we're finally acknowledging it. And the acknowledgement is what's really allowing us to be so aligned in this moment and to accept the victory. Oh, okay, well, there's the Four of Swords. So I do feel like there's still kind of a little cloud over you here in the future, Cancer. And it could be, just because of everything that you've been through and really opening up to the truth of the situation. It's not easy, right? It's painful. All right, but that Four of Cups with the Six of Wands does make a 10, right? So I definitely see this situation ending for you. It's a major lesson that we needed to learn here. So, whew, all right, Cancer, let's see what's going on for our contribution. Okay, see, things are really looking up here. They really are. Okay, it's going to take a minute. We have to process everything. But here, when it comes to our contribution, we have the Three of Discs in the past. So I definitely see us working really well here, whether it's at a job or with our community somehow. Interesting. So this Tower moment could have to do with your job, right? It's coming out in your environment, but as we know, our job, our work can very much affect our environment, right? If our job isn't paying us enough to survive, then how are we going to, cultivate a nice environment? Okay, so with the Strength card here, I definitely feel like you've been enduring a situation for a while now. And we're taking off these rose colored glasses when it comes to our work, the people we work with, right? This could be resonating in a lot of your lives differently, but you're really seeing people for who they are. You're seeing a situation for what it really is here. And then in our current moment, that was in the past. in the current moment, we have the Hierophant, okay? So now, whatever we've seen in the past here, whatever has really come into our focus, it's changing something in our life right now. Okay, the Hierophant is here, the Tower is here. These are really big energies to navigate, Cancer, and I definitely feel a lot of pressure on you. Okay. I'm going to clarify the Hierophant, not taking any flyers. All right, 2 wanted to come out, the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so I definitely see you really with the clarity that's come in through this Tower moment, right? We are able to see where we are actually at in our life, and that could be making us feel small, right? Yeah, 2 of Wands here on the bottom of the deck. I feel like we're just feeling like we're not where we want to be in our life, okay? And it could have to do with resources. I'm kind of feeling that. Maybe we've been undervalued at our current position. We're not being paid the money that we need to survive, to be able to have a nice environment. So I feel like we've been very optimistic in the past about our environment, about things working out, but also at the same time, we were seeing the way things weren't working when it came to our contribution, right? And I feel like this could be a job for a lot of you. So it's interesting. Again, with the page, I feel like, the Hierophant here, this is representing the Hierophant represents a lot. It's one of the most complex cards in the deck. So I really read it intuitively, but it definitely, to me, represents patriarchy and our horrible, evil society that we all have to live in and navigate. And, that kind of pressure that they put on you to be constantly productive, that will make you feel small. It will make you feel like you don't have enough to offer, but you do. Okay. And moving into the future, again, it is not without struggle. Okay. But we have 2 6s here. So I definitely know. And actually, the 3 of Swords and the 3 of Wands, also a 6. So I know that we are learning so much, right? Because the 6s are where we're actually understanding the lesson. Okay, so it's a good space that we're coming into here with the 6 of Cups. Pleasure, again, it's very much a card of alignment. And there is the 9 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so I feel like in our future energy, we really have the spirit of abundance, and that's going to help us call it in. And we have the Fortune card on the bottom. Okay, so things are moving. You are going in the right direction, right? Things are moving in your life, even if you don't 100% feel it, right? With this 4 of Cups, this can be a really stagnant energy. I feel like in the future, just be careful of dwelling on the pain, on the negative situations, because, with the 7 of Pentacles, we are reevaluating. We're looking at all the work that we've put in, and it can be really easy to get caught up in the disappointment. But we have to understand what we've learned, and we have to be able to take that good and implement it and make change, right? We have to change what isn't working in our life. All right, let's get some oracles. So, yeah, it's uncomfortable here, Cancer, but, I feel like the alternative is that you don't grow. Like, I feel like this Four of Cups is like the energy that we've maybe been in for a while. And the Four of Cups is Cancer energy. And I feel like we can get stagnant because, we want to be stable and we want to keep our emotions stable and we want to be able to be productive and have a nice life. But I definitely feel like we have to move out of that energy because we deserve the best. We don't just deserve the bare minimum. And so I feel like while the events that you're navigating might be really uncomfortable, I feel like for some of you, it was the only way that you were going to move out of this stagnant energy was if it got really, really uncomfortable to the point where you actually had to acknowledge it. All right, let's get past, present, and future. Now here I have the Astro Elemental and the Airmail Oracle. Okay, both by Sarah Stacy, and her information is in my description box. All right, past, present, and future for Cancer. All right, in the past we have support, spark, and pinch pennies. Okay, so show off is on the bottom of the deck. In the past we have support, okay? And it's interesting because I feel like we've had to really support ourselves. We've had to acknowledge that the support system that we had, at least when it comes to our contribution, while in our connections too, like the support systems that we've had and relied on really have not served us, right? Like we were the one that was valuable in all of these connections and even in our work environment. Okay, so really reevaluating that support and what that looks like for us has given us the spark here in the current moment. Okay, in this current moment, I mean, it says spark, but I'm just seeing a fire, right? I feel like there is a lot going on here for you, Cancer, in your current moment. Again, I said earlier with the Hierophant, this is a lot of pressure on you. This is making you feel like you can't overcome these energies. Okay, but you can. And deep inside, you know that with the Queen of Cups, really tap into the optimism and the hopefulness, right? And trust your intuition because this is sort of that in between phase here with the Two of Wands. We have to kind of balance the future and the past, right? We're still working through our wounds. We still have to get to a suitable environment for us, right? Our environment, we really worked hard. This is kind of, I get it why the set Three of Swords is here for you, Cancer, because this is really tough. You've been working, I feel, for a while to kind of feel okay in your environment, to feel like, okay, I've reached a certain point in my life and everything's just getting kind of torn away from you. And you're like, wow, I've just been working on this for so long, but you're almost there, right? You might not feel that, right? Because you're feeling this. You're feeling the Three of Swords. You're feeling sorrow. And that's okay, right? But use those feelings of sorrow, that truth that is coming in that hurts. Just implement that in your future plans. And I promise you, a victory is coming. Be very open to it, okay? We have the Four of Cups here, but we also have the Six of Cups. Okay, so it's really about understanding the lesson, okay? And pinch pennies is also coming out. So I do feel like this Nine of Pentacles, it's not so much about having money, but it's more about having this very abundant spirit and knowing that you are aligned and knowing that you are where you need to be. Okay. And yes, we may have to pinch pennies because it is better to know your own worth than it is to, be undervalued by an employer. Okay, so really intense reading here, Cancer. Let's get us another oracle over this to pull it all together here from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. Adventures is coming out. Patience on the bottom. I definitely feel this. Like patience is really important for us right now, Cancer. Okay, well, let's read Adventures. Lofty waterfall. The sacred landscape wants you to know something exciting is around the corner. You are entering a new frontier filled with expansive energy. Begin to look at your world in new and different ways. Something that you thought was mundane or someone whom you may have overlooked will open the door to new opportunities and a bigger, bolder way of living. Be willing to see the world around you in new ways. Don't be lulled into complacency. This card appears when you are ready to remove your blinders. Oh my God, how many times did I say that in this reading? And take action so life doesn't become stagnant and lackluster. It also can signify incredible spiritual attunement and spiritual voyages. All right. Wow, I love that. Let's read Patience too. That's like right on what I was feeling in this. Okay. So for Patience, this is dense fog. In dense fog, it is best to be quiet and still. For now, do not go forward. Wait. It is hard to see what lies ahead, and things may not be as they seem. Things that seem one way may, in fact, be completely different. Be patient. The truth will emerge. In this state of obscured visibility, your imagination and intuition can be sparked. If you can wait long enough, your dreams and inner yearnings can come to fruition. Listen to your intuition and pay attention to those seemingly random thoughts. Wow. Love this energy for you, Cancer. Let's get you an affirmation. You can take this with you for your week until we meet again. Okay. If you do want to book a personal reading, maybe this didn't resonate for you. This is a general reading, so feel free to book a personal on my website, amyenergy.online. Okay. And here's your affirmation. I let go of the past. I trust in the future, and I accept the present moment. Okay, Cancer. Screenshot that. Take it with you. Okay. You can use this as like the background on your phone so that you remember to say it every day. All right. If you do, definitely tag me on Instagram. I'd love to see these affirmations out in the wild helping people. Okay. I'm on Instagram at Amy Energy, so I would love to connect with you there. Now, this next part, this is just for fun, Cancer, okay? So, we're going to take this with a grain of salt. As always, with a general reading, use your own intuition to take what resonates, leave what doesn't, okay? But for this next part, you are going to want to have a person in mind. We're going to see how your person feels about you, starting with your person's current energy. Okay. Two of Wands, Page of Swords. So, interesting energy for your person. I definitely feel like they are actually in a transitional kind of in between phase in their life. But with the Page of Swords, they could be like kind of looking at you, okay? The moon is here, so I'm seeing kind of a lot of confusion in their life. But we'll keep going here and see how this plays out. How does your person feel about you? How does Cancer's person feel about them? Ten of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. So it's interesting. I feel like there was a pretty painful ending in this connection. So I do feel like your person sees you as very stable, very abundant, right? This is the energy we actually ended our reading with, too. So I do see that your person really sees you as someone who has their shit together. Okay, but I feel like, they could feel a lot of responsibility for causing you pain, for this painful ending. All right, let's see. What is the action they would want to take towards you? The action Cancer's person would like to take toward them. King of Pentacles, Three of Wands. Interesting. And the Eight of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like your person here, Cancer, they really, with this King of Pentacles, they do want to take responsibility in a way. But also, like, it's like they want to take responsibility so that they can move forward with a clear conscience. Um, Really interesting. But I see them kind of, still in this in between phase, right? That's their current energy. Like, they're trying to move forward and I feel like be a different person or a better person. But, it's kind of like whatever happened with you here in the past, it is holding them back from really living their life. They are thinking about it, even if you're not in contact with them. What is Cancer's energy in this connection? Eight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like, you're still in the process of moving on from this, but also like you've made the choice. Like, you've walked away from this. This is not something that you are like that you would ever go back to, but at the same time, you could still be in a space where you're like, okay, what's next for me? Okay, Seven of Wands on the bottom. I feel like you definitely, that you deserve more than whatever this situation was, and you're going toward it. But again, the eight and the ace makes a nine, so there's been a lot of nines that I'm seeing in your reading. You're really in a space where you're reevaluating. So you could still be thinking about this person because, every connection that we make is meant to, affect our path in some way. But you're definitely not turning around or pining for this person, but you could be thinking about the connection. Okay, how does your person think you feel about them? Interesting. I feel like your person totally knows that you don't want them back, right? They know that you're just trying to navigate your own life and build your own future and be happy here with the sun. So, yeah, pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward reading here, Cancer. But what's the best advice for Cancer? Ace of Swords, Four of Swords. Interesting. I don't know that we need to like communicate with this person. For some of you, maybe that's right. Maybe there's a conversation to be had because with the ace and the four, it's a five. So that would be conflict. So, sometimes it's healthy to just have the conversation to get the things off your chest, right? Again, we're not going backwards to this person. That's not at all what we're doing. They know that's not what we're doing. But I do feel like they could be watching you, like, maybe you're seeing them, like, on your story or something, like, watching if you, like, post Instagram stories, like, I don't know, or maybe you're not seeing them, maybe they're, like, being a little secret spy, but I feel like they could be watching you or thinking about you here. I feel like there could be a benefit just to talking, like, I feel like if you did talk, this person would be able to apologize to you, which would help them to move forward. And then you'd get an apology, which might help you to move forward. That's kind of the only communication that I would justify here, but judgment is over your reading. You may not need to talk to this person, right? You can just understand what it was, what it is, and what it was supposed to teach you. You're really seeing all of that. Okay. Let's get you some advice for love. We'll pull one card each, one for you and one for your person. So, what love advice does Cancer need right now? What love advice does Cancer need right now? Okay. Gandhi, where you find life, there is love. Happiness is when you are in harmony with your soul. Forgiveness is a sign of strength. It is the weak who cannot forgive. All right. And a card for your person. A card for Cancer's person. Love advice. Ricky Martin. Sex is like exercise. Practice and discipline are essential. The crowd can go wild, but love is something only your secret heart can know. Keep your friends like your bathing suits tight. Okay. I love that Ricky Martin card, not gonna lie. All right, let's see. Cancer, what would your person say to you if they had the courage? All right, what would Cancer's person say to them if they had the courage? All right, I'm depressed. I want to be more than friends, and I am very attracted to you on the bottom of the deck. Well, good for them, but I don't feel like you want to be more than friends. Um, yeah, okay. Again, take this part with a grain of salt, just for fun here with the love reading. But please do like, comment, share, subscribe, anything you do to help my channel out. I really do appreciate. Again, if you want to book a personal on my website, that is amyenergy.online, and I would love to connect with you. I am on TikTok at amyenergy3, on Instagram at amyenergy. Oh, sorry, Cancer. I was really trying to end this before that sneeze came out. Okay. Um, yeah, now I don't know where I was. I'm lost. So happy full moon, Cancer, in your sign. I hope you have a wonderful week. I love you. Take care.